Now, if you've ever explored the parking lot of a hospital or of a dental clinic, you will very much see this, specifically parked in the doctor's parking lot or in the dentist parking spot. This right here is a 2022 Porsche 911 Turbo S, and more specifically the Cabriolet. That's important because that's pretty much what all dentists, lawyers, and doctors buy. And there's a reason for that. This is one of the greatest daily drivers you can buy if A, you have no kids, and two, well, you have over $200,000 to spend. But let me show you guys why this is one of the greatest daily drivers. We're gonna start with the front of this thing, which this beautiful front bumper right here is a turbo specific thing. This car does have the Turbo S sport design package in high gloss black. So you can see down here you have the black, of course. Down there on the front lip is black, and of course these nice canards on the side. The car also has a very expensive lighting option. This is Porsche's LED matrix system, which costs about $4,000 to option on this car on top of the $200,000 price tag already. And they got to be one of the greatest lights. I mean, they look crazy when they're on. I mean, they go up and down, side to side. They follow you. They do everything. Just some crazy futuristic matrix stuff that is found on the Turbo, which is, I mean, needed when you're buying a car of this caliber. Now, looking on the side, this one also has those beautiful, beautiful diamond cut black with some silver accents Turbo S design wheels, and I think it offsets the car. The beautiful silver matches the blue color. This specific car is painted in gentian blue, which is a standard color on the 911. Now, you can also pay about $20,000 for a PTS color, Voodoo blue, Miami blue. Well, Miami's more of a standard, or, you know, green metallic, ruby star, things like that. And as you can see, this car also does have the Porsche ceramic brakes, which honestly on a car like this you kind of need, because ceramic brakes don't fade and they work much better than regular steel brakes do. Now, there is an argument to be made that you really don't need them in a car like this when you're not tracking it, but nonetheless, it's personal opinion at that point. But also, if you notice, the wheels are center locking wheels. Center locks are more of a race car thing. They originate on the GT3 RS, GT2 RS, things like that, but you can find them on the Turbo, which is an option. Now, looking on the side, a very iconic Turbo characteristic is this right here. This are the side air vents, which provide air to the monstrous flat six that sits here. 3.8 liter twin turbo flat six, making, well, in the regular Turbo, it makes 572 horsepower. Here, because you got one extra letter with the S at the end, makes 640 horsepower. It is mated to the Porsche Doppelkopf, or as I just butchered it because I'm not German, the PDK, which is Porsche's 8-speed dual clutch transmission. That all paired with the all-wheel drive system in this car lets it get from 0 to 60 in, get this, Porsche claims 2.6 seconds. It's been widely tested amongst car and driver motor trend. This car can go from 0 to 60 in about 2.2 seconds. That is insanity. I mean, it's stupid fast. Sure, there's gonna be somebody in the comments, well, my Tesla Plaid's faster. Okay, great. But your Tesla Plaid doesn't sound like this, and it doesn't look like this. This is a one-of-a-kind car, and it's insane. The back, it doesn't stop. I mean, you have this nice, beautiful turbo wing, which when you put the car in Sport Plus mode, the wing kind of extends a little bit to give you that added amount of downforce. And then, of course, the car is paired with the Sport exhaust. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys, it's hard to make a turbo sound good. They kind of all sound like vacuum cleaners. But nonetheless, you're not buying this to have a screaming 9,000 RPM GT3 RS. You're buying this for luxury, comfort, and speed. It's a beautiful, beautiful car, and it doesn't end on the outside. Let's get in the inside, and I'll show you guys what Porsche's done. Now, the interior of the Turbo S is just as nice as the outside is. I mean, you have full leather everywhere, leather stitching on the dash, on the doors, on the seats, everywhere. Speaking of the seats, this specific car does have the sport seats, and of course you'd be like, whoa, they might be a little uncomfortable. They're not. They're super nice. They're cooled, they're heated, and of course on the headrest you do have Turbo S inscribed. You have leather stitching everywhere. Looking at the full dash, it's retained the old school Porsche gauge cluster, but they made it more digital. So of course you have the center attack, which every 911 has, but now the sides aren't, they're not analytical anymore. They're more digital, so you can configure them. You can do whatever you want with them. Put your map on the side, any kind of information you want to see. Porsche's Their infotainment system is in the center, which works very well. It's got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, everything. And of course, this specific one is optioned out with the Burmester sound system, which is one of the best sound systems I've ever heard. I mean, it's so nice. Even in a convertible with the roof down, you have that sound system blasting. It sounds absolutely great. This specific one is also optioned with Porsche Sport Chrono Package, which gives you that up there. It's the little, essentially a clock, but it can also be used as like a, you know, a track recorder. This car is one of the nicest 911s I've ever seen. I mean, it's optioned out very well, and there's a reason people buy these cars as daily drivers. It's because it's super nice. Now, in the back, you do have, well, I was going to call them back seats, but they're not really back seats, let's be honest here. The whole reason they exist is for insurance reasons. It's a 2+2, but you're never really going to put anybody back there unless you have like small kids. I mean, they're mostly just luggage racks, or you're going to put, you know, your bags in there or whatnot. But yeah, it's super nice place to be. The seats hug you in very well when you take corners, and it's one of the greatest daily drivers that I've ever sat in. I could stand here all day and keep telling you guys more things I love about the 911 Turbo S, but the car speaks for itself. I mean, there's a reason people out there like doctors, lawyers, and them buy these cars as daily drivers. It's just because they're too good. It's perfect. This is a perfect car. Again, if you have no kids and you have about $250,000 to spend, don't even look at anything else. Just go and buy one of these. There's a reason people do. I mean, this specific one in gentian blue is so nice, and this car drives so well. I mean, the PDK is super smooth, and when you flick it in Sport Plus mode, this thing is like a wolf in sheep's clothing. It just goes. It's a rocket ship, and it handles so well. But if you're interested in more content like this, make sure you check out our channel. Let me know down below if you've ever been in one of these, or if you've ever actually, maybe you've owned one. Let me know what you think of the Turbo S. It doesn't have to be a 992, 991, 997, etc. Let me know down below. I love this car, and I hope you guys do too. Make sure you like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next video.